is Tavion Jeans, and this time he got a couple, but the Warriors swarmed him. Kaysen McFadden, we've called his name a couple of times now today. Savon Goodwin in the vicinity as well.
And they are in third down or four down territory now, just again with the wind, and they're on the 27-yard line.
Third down and 3. Again, Jeans in the backfield, the senior out of Chicago, and they'll try to give it to Jeans, and he will get close. He rolled his way near the first down marker. As the officials come together, Brandon Ansick, the Warriors tackler, they'll say he's just short, so this will bring up a 4th down. Aurora has already converted 1 4th down today.
Yeah, this is really close. Like, oh, they're going to measure. Okay. Or timeout.
Don Beebe takes the timeout for the Aurora Spartans.
And their formation, where they're running the double tight and the 2 wides, when they're on the, for instance, on the right hash mark, their receiver on the left is truly about as literally almost out of bounds on the other side. So what he's doing is he's taking the corner completely out of the game, just 100% out of the game. But more importantly, forcing us defensively in the secondary in the safety position to slide a little bit more that way, because that, you'll see it if they run that formation again, that entire side is wide open. It's really putting a crunch on some of the things that we're trying to do back there.
Warriors trying to beat Aurora for the first time since 2015 and win at home over Aurora for the first time since 2014. Of course, 2014 was a championship season for the green and white. 4th and less than a yard. Atkins ducks underneath, empty backfield. He's going to throw out of the backfield. The catch by Erweiler. He's got the first down and more inside the 15.
That was a very creative play. Quads out to the left. He made a very easy, simple throw. It wasn't one that was likely to be incompleted. And he had 3 blockers out in front on a 4th and 1 foot. So that was a very good call.
Mason handwork on the tackle for the Warriors. It is first down now for Aurora. At the 12. Atkins is going to keep it himself. And the sophomore will get roped down near the 5-yard line. He picked up 7. Kyle Kubaki pulled him to the turf.
Yep, they had quads out to the right, wide receiver to the left, and just quarterback draw all the way, because, you know, we don't have many people left inside because we have to get outside to cover all those guys.
12:33 to go, and the clock runs, and it is 2nd down and 4 for the Spartans. From the 6, they'll call it. Looking right, throwing end zone, and a diving attempt is incomplete. He was looking the way of the senior Cole Jackson. Namutenda on the coverage.
And that was a nice coverage by Nintendo on the outside. Certainly wasn't going to let him in on a slant like the previous touchdown they had, so that was well played.
12:20 to go before halftime, and Aurora already leading this thing by a 10-0 tally. Straight eye backfield. Fake the handoff to Jeans. Atkins has a man. Touchdown, Aurora. Wide open. Robert Cooper, the senior tight end.
Yeah, he just got lost. What they did is the tight end on the right side of the formation, they put in motion the receiver on the left side of the formation, brought all the attention to the right, and then they just drug him out the backside, and really there was nobody near. He just kind of got lost in the shuffle.
So the Spartans 17-0. 3 possessions, 3 scores. Winslow. PAT is good. Good. From the Aurora perspective, this thing has gone the way you like. We talk about their aerial attack, but it's been a ground first priority list, you might say, for the Aurora offense, Don Beebe and the offensive side of the ball.
It really has, and honestly, in years past, he's he's not run the ball very much. He hasn't wanted to run the ball very much. He likes throwing the ball. So this is really a departure from that, but they're having very good success with it. And you know, I don't know why they're going to want to change anything until we can make them change.
Now it's on Eric Tresky and his quarterback in his second season, Bryce Barbian.
And we might see a little different approach offensively. The ball just fell off the tee, so the wind is still pretty strong, but we might see a little bit of a different approach, not because of the score or anything else, but because now we have the wind at our back, and you got a strong arm quarterback, and you got a couple of wide receivers that can fly. So we might see the ball in the air a little bit more right now.
Carson Kohler, who had a great kickoff return in the first quarter, is back. So is Wells. A low squibber, and Kohler will pick it up at around the 13-yard line. Darting outside. This is turning out to be a nice return for Carson Kohler. A penalty flag is thrown as he is pushed out near midfield, but we'll check the flag. It was Eddie Ortiz on the special teams tackle for the Aurora Spartans.
Looks like he's indicating holding.
Return, holding, return team number 44, 10-yard penalty, first down.
Drew Matson is the referee. That is the third penalty against the Warriors. Aurora has not been penalized yet. The Spartans have played, with the exception of maybe their coverage units, has played a perfect game so far in a lot of ways.
Yep, they have. No penalties. Pretty polished for the fifth game of the year already.
40 straight wins. Got to go back to the 2018 season. Spartans won the last 4 back in 2018 to finish 5-2, and they haven't lost a league game ever since. And now Barbian with the offense out there, 17-0. Fake the handoff. Bryce going to keep it himself, and he's chased as he crosses the 30 out near the 31-yard line. It was Dylan Riggy.
It's a nice RPO. Had the potential to hand it off and then extend the play out here to the left and see if one of the wide receivers would somehow pop open, but still 5 yards on the play.
Some motion there from the left side of the Aurora line, the right side of the Warrior defensive front, and we'll see who jumped first. It was Reginald Willis on the left side of the line defensively for Aurora. And now the question is, who moved first? Was there contact made? The crew has come together.
Outside, defense, number 50, 5-yard penalty.
Now that was a crafty veteran tackle, Vinnie Brim, who as soon as he crossed the line, he gets up as if he was influenced by it, and we get ourselves a first down.
A couple things. Good to see Vinnie Brim back out there. He hobbled off in the first quarter.
Yep.
Vinnie Brim will be our halftime spotlight interview. Great conversation earlier this week with the veteran lineman. Stay tuned for that. First down for the Warriors, and down the seam looking for Drew Mears, and it's incomplete.
Bryce has had a couple of passes today that have come out of his hand kind of funny. I don't know if he's not getting the laces the way he likes them or something, but that one was kind of floating all over the place.
I feel like the Warriors need some points here on this drive. It would be a bit of a stabilizing score if it could happen. 2nd and 10 from the 35. It has been tough sledding so far for Liam Hygis. He tries to hurdle the line and gets a short gain of a couple up near the 37-yard line. Braden Ford will get credit for the Aurora tackle.
And on that play, Aurora was stunting. So 2nd and long, they decided to have a stunt off here on the defensive right side.
2-yard gain for Hygis. Six carries, 15 yards for Liam here in the first half. They send him into motion, and he drops the ball, and that's incomplete.
And another stunt on the top side where they were manning the outside linebacker, came from the top of the screen, and they manned up. It would have been a nice play to get the hands on, because that's just one-on-one blocking at that time.
Carter and Gonzalez are back. It'll be another punt. Fourth punt for Wisconsin Lutheran. All 4 possessions have ended in Drew Mears punts. 10:37 left here before halftime. As we said, Aurora has scored on all 3 of their prior drives. A couple of touchdowns, 38-yard field goal, and with the aid of the wind, it's end over end to the near side. This is Avon Carter making Warriors miss as he jukes his way out across the 40, and a strong return out to the 46-yard line for Carter. And in the end, it was Chris Korb, the Warriors special teamer, on the stop. And Aurora, the last thing you want is to give them good field position, but that's exactly what they have here to start this drive at the 46, their own.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. They're good enough without letting them start near midfield.
Well, we've talked about their running game. 16 carries for 95 yards so far. Through the air, Atkins is 7 out of 13, but both touchdowns through the air.
Yeah, I mean, if they keep this pace up, they're on a 250-yard rushing day. That's live, maybe.
Now they blow it dead and rule it incomplete. On the tip, it'll be Davion Towns who gets credit for that one there.
We had replay. That'd be one that you'd want to look at in replay. That may have been a live ball.
You challenge that thing?
I'd challenge that. Yes, I would.
Second down. 2nd and 10. From the 46, Zachary Russell back in the backfield for the Spartans. And he gets the carry. He makes one man miss, and then he carries it into Warriors territory to the 49-yard line.
That Kyle Kubacki almost had him for about a 2 or 3 yard loss, and then he was able to shake that tackle and end up gaining about 5.
Caden Tiarina, senior from Rockford, Illinois, was the one that brought him down, but ability to step through tackles and break tackles. And Russell's been tough so far. 3rd down and 5 from the 49-yard line. Toss far side, Erweiler. First down, Aurora. Moves the chains once again as he takes it down near the 38. It's a gain of 11. Savon Goodwin on the stop.
And on that particular play, they had both wide receivers on the line of scrimmage out wide, clearly for blocking purposes, to just give the back a little bit of space.
Aurora has moved the ball at will today, and they will continue to do that as Trey Erweiler in space, sniffing 6 near the goal line, and he is stopped at the 1. A 37-yard connection. Brandon Ansick saved a touchdown, if only momentarily.
He had a lot of time, and the receiver was running like a kind of more of a deep post, and with all the receivers out in the formation, boy, there was a lot of space there to get it to.
8.5 to go before halftime, and Aurora trying to go 4 for 4. Score on all 4 first half possessions so far. Erweiler sent out of the backfield. Now Atkins in trouble off his back foot, has a man in the center of the end zone. It's Steven Gonzalez. That is the 3rd Atkins touchdown pass of the game so far.
Well, we got close. We had some pressure on that particular one. Lace and handwork was in there. Comes off limping a little bit, but again, he ended up having enough time to just let the receiver settle in the back of the end zone, and it was another touchdown.
16th touchdown thrown by Tyler Adkins on the season. He was not the starting quarterback for the opener against Dubuque, as Winslow's kick is through. That was an interesting situation. They had Ian Liando, who was last year's conference offensive player of the year.
Yeah.
A veteran quarterback. He got injured late last year, so it was Atkins that led him to that win over Coe in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Liando, the starting quarterback when this year starts. Started 3 for 15 at Dubuque. They're down 14-3 against Dubuque. BB goes with a quarterback change. Atkins throws for almost 300 yards, leads them back to a big win at Dubuque. They haven't looked back since. Atkins is the man. And, oh, by the way, Ian Lyondo has left the
He's
program.
left the program, yeah. What a crazy story.
Let's go down to Wayne Chevy. Rev, what you got?
What we're seeing out there is we understand why Aurora has been so successful under Coach Beebe. Just tight, efficient, nothing spectacular. You know, doing some things with misdirection. You can understand why Atkins was the player of the week last week. Just little fakes, nuances, things that are really doing some damage to this this defense that's been very solid all year. Now we got to get some points. You got to get the defense off the field a little bit. Let's move it down. Let's get something before half.
Warriors will start this drive with 8:09 to go here in this first half.
Yeah, it'd be great to get a drive here. And like Chev said, to give the defense a little bit of a break, let them regroup on the sidelines, get their confidence back a little bit. You know that it's shaky right now because of the score and so on. But then also to get some points and gain a little confidence offensively so that we know we can move the ball, we can do some things here.
All right, so Bryce Barbian and company leads them out. Liam Hygis is the tailback, flanked to Bryce's right. 3 wide receivers to the right and 1 to the left. And Hygis straight ahead. He has not had a lot of room. He has not had a lot of creases to exploit so far to the 25. It's a short gain of a couple. Deuce Moore, the Spartan defensive lineman, on the tackle.
Yep, and Eric is working very hard to get that inside game going. I know he feels it'll pay dividends for him as the game progresses. That one may be on us.
Another penalty.
You're not on fire. You're not burning alive. Jeez. Relax.
Had a couple penalties so far today. Warriors 3 penalties, 15 yards.
False start. Offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Penalty number 4 now against Wisconsin Lutheran. For the Warriors, the tight end Keith Johnson has checked into the game. He's split to the bottom at the numbers. Now Hygis goes in motion. Barbian steps up. Bryce to throw on the run. A spinning reception by Emmett Hawkins. It's enough for the first down out to the 35. That's a pickup of 15. Quintarius Davis ushered him to the sidelines.
Really nice play by Bryce. And those are things you work on in practice in terms of just your everyday drills where you step up, you slide to the right, you slide to the left, you keep your eyes downfield. Did a great job, got a first down.
Just inside the 35-yard line. Warriors need to make something happen here. And they're going to try, looking deep, and it's incomplete.
That was close. But you can also see that Hawkins can get behind him.
Again, that wind to the back, more or less, of the Warriors' drive here as they go from south to north.
I'm not surprised they're trying to do it right now with the wind like it is, and I know they feel like they need to get something going as well to gain a little momentum, get some points on the board.
That was really the first true deep shot of the afternoon with under 7 to go in the second quarter. Second down and 10. He'll keep and he'll throw. And Drew Mears makes the catch as he falls to the 40-yard line. That's a pickup of 6. That'll be the first catch of the game for Drew Mears. Again, last week he was great, 98 yards, and 6 catches, and Jeremy Thomas on the stop.
Nice sure catch. Got down low, got both arms there, ended up having to go to his knees to catch it, but it was a nice catch.
Third down and 3 from the 41-yard line. Warriors have all 3 timeouts yet to use if they want here before halftime. And you have that 2-minute timeout coming as well. Toss, incomplete. Make the handoff on the inside. Then he looked outside. He was looking for Keith Johnson, the tight end. He got off his fingertips. Mears almost made a catch off the ricochet.
4th down. They gotta punt it out of here. They can't give up field position. Make them go the distance if they get a drive going. But
5th punt of the day now for Drew Mears, averaging about 36 yards per punt. Gonzalez is back, and so is Carter. Mears, end over end. Carter sees it bound out of bounds.
Nice punt.
He has been good. We've talked about Drew Mears.
11-yard line.
Will be at the 11-yard line. We talked about what he's done as a wide receiver, but his punting has been very solid this year as well.
You know what's so nice about Drew, at least 5 games in now, is he's consistent. So you know what you can expect from him. You're not going to be surprised where it's a great punt and a bad punt. You're pretty consistent each time. I think this defense now needs to exert itself a little bit and get a little bit of the swagger back that it had when the game began. They're capable of playing better than they've played, and it'll be fun to see what they do on this drive.
From the 11, and Atkins gets rid of it, and it's a bobble. Do they call this a pick for Martin? No, they say he did not control it until he had already gotten out of bounds.
Yeah, I hate to admit it, but that's a good call. He didn't control it, but sure played that wheel route outstandingly. Outstandingly played the wheel route.
Well, the Warriors have come so close to 2 interceptions of Atkins already. That one, and Xavion Allen had one at the goal line earlier.
Yep, that was a great play by Martin. It's too bad that he kind of bobbled it right when he got his hands on it, but I think that was a good call by the refs.
Empty backfield. Atkins pitch out of the backfield. And Avon Carter to make that catch. And here the first down marker. Savon Goodwin pushed him out. We'll see how close is it. And going to be a little short. No, they're going to decision time here for the officials. Looked like they gestured to move the chains, and now they do. It's first down catch.
We really have to do a better job at getting off the blocks on the perimeter, because that's just one-on-one blocks with the receiver back and just kind of reading it. We gotta shed the blocks and get up and make a play. And they work on that every day in practice, because that's what we do offensively as well.
First catch of the day for Carter out of the backfield. Here's Carter again, on the right side this time, and he's spun down by Savon Goodwin again. And again, it's another first down. Big chunk plays, first down gainers consistently on these Aurora drives.
And what you're seeing now is Don is, I don't know how his play call sheet is lined up, but now he's in his throwing mode, because he's come out with the formations to throw. He's clearly saying, okay, now we're going to score this way.
They've already rushed for 100 yards. Fake the handoff.
That one counts.
Okay,
that
dude,
one counts.
Chill out.
That one will indeed count. Connor Martin. They were close a couple of times already, Coach, but that one counts.
Yeah, it sure did. He got up high in the air. I think there's a little redemption in his body language coming off the field. Coach Donovan's congratulating the defense. That's the kind of play we need. We're on the plus side of the 50, and now offensively we need to get a score.
First takeaway of the day. Warriors had a couple of interceptions go through their hands and ruled incomplete. It's the 6th takeaway by this defense this season. 24-0
Nice
Warriors
shot,
lead
Dave.
points.
Nice shot.
Barbie and toss near side, coming back and making the catch He ruled inbounds as Jameel Gordon. They've done a good job against Gordon, Zaya Smith on the stop. I mean, Jameel Gordon comes into this game here today as the top receiver with 32 catches in the league. That's his first today.
Aurora is playing so far off at the corner spot that those, now he's a little tighter now, but those kind of plays should be available all day if we want them.
2nd down and 5.
Being down 24 makes those less desirable plays, but nonetheless, they're available for us when we need it.
Delayed handoff. Hygis looking to bounce it. Nowhere to bounce to. It's a loss back to the 46, a loss of 3. Andrew Nordland led the charge.
They're a very stout run defense. They just are. They're so far the only success we've had in the run game has been on the edge, and you know that may be where we want to go in the future because they are very stout defending the run.
Spartans rush defense, 3rd best in the league on average. They're allowing 101 rushing yards to their opponents through their first 4 games.
Yep.
Warriors just 10 rushing yards. Toss near side, Emmett Hawkins. That'll bring up a 4th down and short. 4th and about 3. Deuce Moore on the stop.
It's a big play. This is a significant play right now. If we could get a score with this time of the game, keep the ball in our hands, not give it back to them, all those things are positive.
To the near side, it's Mears, and it is Gordon. 4th down and 3. Biggest play for the Warriors so far in this game offensively. Barbian straight back, looking near side, has a man wide open. It's Emmett Hawkins. 1st down, Wisconsin Lutheran. He'll burrow his way inside the 20, down near the 18-yard line. 23-yard connection. Quintarius Davis on the stop, and the Warriors convert on 4th down for the first time today.
Great play, no doubter on that one. No doubter. Wide open, well thrown. Nice conceived play.
We have hit the 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes to go in the first half, and the Warriors have a 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. They trailed this thing 24-0.
Well, we're sitting in really a nice spot right now. 2 minutes left, 3 timeouts. We're in scoring territory no matter what. If we don't get a 1st down, Ortega could come in and hit it through fairly easily, I believe, but down 24, that makes that decision a little bit more difficult if you're going to go for touchdowns right now or what you're going to do, but we're in a good spot.
Coming up at halftime, a conversation with Vinnie Brim about what makes this Faith and Family Day celebration today so very special for him.
You can't spin around like that because you're on the
And oh, by the way, recently accepted into medical school. We'll talk about that.
Yep. Smart football players is what we're talking about here.
All right. Warriors still have 3 timeouts in their back pocket. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Low snap to Bryce Barbian. Now steps up under pressure, has some time, tosses far side, spinning back to make the catch is Keith Jackson, and he is in for Warriors touchdown.
That was a great play.
Me, man.
First of all, it started with Bryce buying himself some time. It almost looked like Bryce was going to end up running with the ball. And then he finds the receiver, and then the receiver makes a great catch, turns around, and bowls over somebody getting into the end zone.
Warriors needed that one in the worst way, and now the man who has scored more points than anybody in the history of Warriors football, Arnulfo Ortega, the reigning special teamer of the week, and the knack is on, and the PAT is up and good. And the Warriors make it a 24-7 game here with 1:50 to go before halftime. And if everything up until that point had gone Aurora's way, that was all Warriors, the best drive, obviously, of the day.
It was, and what a great way to finish the half strong. However, the half is not over. There's a minute and 50 left. Aurora still has 2 timeouts. You know that they have a high-octane offense where they can, they can score easily in a minute and a half. So we got to go out and play great defense for another minute and a half, and then go into go into halftime, regroup a little bit, and be excited about potential in the second half.
Have got to guard against that quick strike capability for Aurora. They have been methodical today because of what they've done on the ground, but they have the ability to strike you big and strike quickly.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. We got to really buckle up right now this last minute and a half, minute 50, because defensively we can't let them get down the field. They're playing for an potential onside kick.
It's a low squibber, and it's going to go out of bounds. Oh, mercy. The last thing you want is to give Aurora any better starting field position than they'll give themselves.
Yeah, that's not what you wanted to do, but again, you never know if the wind had any factor in that or not. But
what's this guy? He about knocked me over getting out of the chair.
5th penalty of the day against the Warriors.
Gee whiz. Trying to do a game here.
Can ill afford those type of penalties when you're trying to pull off an upset.
Yeah.
That's one of those categories that need to go your way
when
you're trying to do something special.
Those hidden yards that make a difference.
1:50 to go, and Atkins, who has thrown 3 touchdowns in this first half, throws it at the feet of Savon Goodwin for the Warriors. I guess they'll say that the wide receiver, Trey Erweiler, number 5, was in the vicinity, and so there is no intentional grounding on that play.
Yeah, great design of a screenplay, but we sniffed it out pretty well and had people all over that. But
Aurora has possessed the ball 3 minutes longer than the Warriors have in this opening half. That line protects Atkins. Whoa! Oh, mercy! Goodwin was there again, and it's incomplete. Savon's going to have nightmares about that one tonight.
I tell you, defensively, you can see us gaining a little bit of confidence right now. We're around the ball. We're where we're supposed to be. There's a little bit of juice out there that there wasn't earlier in the game, and we got to keep that momentum going and get off the field now and give us the ball back.
Warriors already have 1 takeaway. Close to having 3 more, actually. Now Atkins is pressured. The sophomore steps up, and he will scramble. Spin move at the 42, and he'll be stopped just shy of the 45, which is the first down line to gain. Goodwin on the tackle. It's a 4th down for the Spartans and short here. Don Beebe decision time, and he'll keep the offense out there, but a timeout to be taken, it looks like, by the defense of Wisconsin Lutheran with $1:13 to go.
Yeah, it's a great timeout. Number one, you save some time on the clock. Now, it's a less good timeout if they get a first down here and they have a little more time to work with, but that was a good timeout to take. And now Aurora, with all the confidence in the world, is basically saying, I don't care if we put ourselves in a bad position. I think we can do something here, and I'm going to go for 4th.
Now there's defensive coordinator Steve Donovan.
Yeah,
Let's go into that huddle if we could.
Well, what he's telling them is don't jump. Don't let them give a cadence that's going to get you jumping, and then a reminder of what they did the last time they were in a 4th and short. Last time they were in a 4th and short, they emptied the backfield and threw it out to the side.
Dave, wait
and
till
got their little,
before you turn.
For lack of a better term, a little wide receiver screen play going. So just get them ready.
Aurora is 2 for 2 on 4th downs today. On the season, they are now
empty backfield.
6 out of 11. 4 wides to the left, 1 to the right. Atkins surveys the front. Now ducks in under center. Pump fake, looking, spinning, has time, looking to get the edge, and he's pushed out near the first down marker. They will give it to him. He's out to the 47. He got 3. Nathan Nevad in pursuit, but just got there a little too late.
And the design of the play was to go for the home run. the design of the play. They came back with the exact same formation. They had done that on the 4th and 6 inches before, faked it with the wide receiver going long on it, hoping we jump all over it.
Similar formation here. It's a
Yep.
spread look. 65 seconds left in the half. Shotgun snap. Atkins toss near side. He was looking for Jackson. It's incomplete on the play. Allen on the coverage for the green and white. 2nd down and 10 now for Aurora. Spartans have 2 timeouts as well, just like the Warriors here in the waning moments of the first half.
Second down and 10.
This certainly has turned into the passing portion
Yeah.
of Don Beebe's play calling menu today.
Yeah, you knew that was coming. He likes to throw it, and
They will here across the middle.
Oh, what a
and
play.
Carter, it is incomplete. What a play by Brandon Ansick. And he makes a lot of great ones, and that was a well-timed hit.
he's always around the ball. He's a playmaker. He's a kid you love to coach.
3rd down and 10 now for Aurora. Trey Erweiler lined up slot left, now comes slot right. 5 wideouts, this crowd trying to cheer on the defense on 3rd and 10. And Tyler Atkins with a penalty flag in the offensive backfield. Atkins will be stormed under back at the 46-yard line. Nathan Nevad. Kyle Kubaki also combined on the stop, but that is in the vicinity of an offensive hold.
Yeah, they'll decline that. 4th down.
.46 seconds left in the half.
Offense, number 66. And please decline. Result of the play. Brings up 4th down.
It was only the 2nd time today that the flag fell against Aurora. It's declined, so it doesn't count officially. And the very first time today, Spartans are going to punt.
This is pretty exciting right now because we're going to get it back with 40 seconds or so with a couple of timeouts and the wind at our back to see if we can make another play.
Kevin Carden-Landa is the punter, with Connor Martin back for the Warriors, standing at his own 19-yard line. Again, this is into the wind, and it's gusting close to 20 miles an hour. And it is shanked. They may have gotten a piece of it, and they did, as it goes out of bounds on the near side. Was that Tavares who got a piece of it? He had the deflected 2-point conversion last Saturday that won the game for the Warriors at Lakeland.
Yeah,
And he got a piece of the punt there by Carden-Landa, and the
awesome.
Warriors are set up with 33 seconds to go. They have 2 timeouts, and the drive will begin at their own 40.
That's awesome. And it's a good thing he got a piece of it. Otherwise, it would have been a 1st down because he got into it pretty good. But that was a great effort on his part.
Well, the Warriors striking for 6 on their last possession. Now looking to strike late with 33 seconds left. Kohler goes in motion, and Barbian scampers and now swarmed and sacked back at the 35-yard line. J.P. Cheney was there for the Aurora Spartans, and Tresky will take one of his 2 final timeouts, 25 seconds left.
Yeah, that was unfortunate and unfolded that way. That's, not how you want that drive to get started, obviously, but more importantly, instead of an incompletion or something, we had to use a timeout as well.
Aurora will receive the opening kickoff of the second half. File that away as well.
Yep. And I'm guessing we'll take this wind in maybe in the 3rd, just because of the circumstances of the game.
.25 seconds left before the break. from the 35. 2nd down and 15 for the Warriors.
Max protection.
Steps up, throws on the run, has a man coming back. Gordon the catch. 1st down, Warriors to the 46-yard line. That is a 19-yard pickup for Wisconsin Lutheran.
That's great. And they max protect. They kept the tight end in and they kept the back in. So they had max protection, giving Bryce as much time as possible to find somebody.
Clock still stops under 2 minutes on 1st downs, remember. 3 wide receivers to the left. Gordon, Hawkins, and Mears with Kohler in motion. And Barbian dancing and eluding, nearly stumbling and falling. Now with time, throws it at the feet of Kohler. There was a man rushing into his grill. It was Dylan Ringy.
Yeah, there's nothing going on downfield because he had plenty of time to look down there, though he had a lot of early pressure, but he bought himself some time with the scramble.
10 seconds remaining.
Copy that.
24-7 Aurora. 2nd down and 10 for the Warriors at the Spartans' 47-yard line.
Second down. 10 seconds, 2 plays.
8-7. Hit as he throws downfield. It is incomplete, nearly picked off by Zaya Smith.
And
Cheney on the hit of Barbian, who's slow to get up with 4 seconds to go.
Yeah, he took a pretty good shot. He's a tough kid. You know, it's funny in football, quarterbacks a lot of times really take a beating and nobody notices it because when they release the ball, your eyes go to the ball, but they don't stay on the quarterback. That's why, as a coach, I always appreciated the fact that the referee is paying attention to the quarterback and not worrying about the stuff going on downfield, because they take enough hits the way it is. They don't need any that are bad.
And it'll be 3rd down and 10, and Barbian trying to compose himself there on the left side of that huddle.
Yep.
That one stings.
Yeah, it looks like he's kind of trying to rub it off a little bit, whatever it was that got him. But he's a tough kid. And he's a sturdy looking kid. I mean, when you see him on the hoof, he's not a frail kid. He's a sturdy kid.
3rd down and 10. 4 seconds left. Warriors without a 3rd down conversion. And with just 4 seconds left, they convert this one.
This could just be a
Great
Hail
to go
Mary
for
to the end
6,
zone.
obviously.
So
that would be optimal on what will be the final play of the 1st half. Aurora playing deep coverage over the top to protect that from happening. Barbian spun out of 1 tackle, throws it down towards the back of the end zone. It is caught. It is caught by Hawkins. And it is a touchdown on the final play of the 1st half. That was rather optimal, wouldn't you say?
That was rather optimal. Wow, that's excellent. That is excellent. Now that ball traveled in the air 70 yards.
What a final play here in this 1st half. Ortega to make it 24-14. The speedster Hawkins got down there and was able to dap his toe in the back line, and Ortega will make it 24-14 as the Warriors are 10 points off here at the break against 20th ranked Aurora. What an incredible way for that 1st half to close. Wayne Sheffy will have Eric Tresky here momentarily. And what momentum the Warriors take to the locker room. Let's check in with Rev.
Well, Coach, let's go backwards. How about that play at the end? Just like you drew it up.
We practice that every Friday, multiple times, so it's fun to see it actually play out in the game. I'd like to see us score on the ones we draw up earlier in the game, but it was fun to see the guys finish the half the right way.
Got 2 stops at the end after they had scored 4 consecutive times. What do you need to do to keep that momentum going on defense?
I'll be honest, on both sides right now, it's exactly what we had cautioned our team about, playing outside ourselves, making mental mistakes. this is a good Aurora team, but we can play with them when we make good choices, when we're locked in mentally. We just had too many mental lapses, and a good team like Aurora is going to make you pay.
And sometimes you are so jacked up. This team seemed a little mellow. Maybe this will make a good equilibrium, right?
I hope so. I hope so. The thing I kept telling the offense, and I know Coach Donovan's probably reiterating the same thing on the defense, is we're capable. Believe in yourself. Like, I believe, but they need to believe. They got to believe, and hopefully, you put a couple on the board. Hopefully the guys see it now too.
Coach, I believe. Good luck in the second half.
All right, thank you.
All right, 47-yard touchdown strike on the final play of the first half. Barbian to Emmett Hawkins, and the Warriors take that deficit, which had been 24 points, and at the break, they're able to whittle it down to 10. 24-14 is the score.
That's very impressive, because when you're down 24 and, being completely honest, not playing particularly well, it's very easy to give in and just, okay, here we go again, that sort of thing. And instead, our guys played harder and more inspired in the last 8 or 9 minutes of that second quarter than they played the entire first half prior to that. And that to me is just such a great barometer of what this football team is made of. There's a lot of good football ahead for this football team, and hopefully we can continue to close the gap and make it an exciting finish in the second half.
All right, coming up at halftime will be our conversation with senior lineman Vinny Brim. We'll talk about his postgraduate plans. They're very lofty. And we'll talk about why today's Faith and Family Day here at Robbie Stadium is especially meaningful to him. Aurora 24, Warriors 14. Halftime show and a conversation with Vinny Brim when we come back. You're watching Warriors football.
You're watching Warriors football live from Robbie Stadium on WLCSports.com.
Academic setting, and then medicine kind of just fell in my lap, and I just did a lot of shadowing, a lot of soul searching, kind of so to speak, with my family especially. And it just kind of worked out, and it was something I knew I wanted to do coming into college, and it was something that I pursued. And then like I said, I had some family stuff happen where it kind of made it clear then that's what I'm supposed to do. And having a brother with special needs, having family members who've battled all sorts of different, ailments kind of led me there. And it's been an academic setting, and then medicine kind of just fell in my lap, and I just did a lot of shadowing, a lot of soul searching, kind of so to speak, with my family especially, and it just kind of worked out, and it was something I knew I wanted to do coming into college, and it was something that I pursued. And then like I said, I had some family stuff happen where it kind of made it clear then that's what I'm supposed to do. And having a brother with special needs, having family members who've battled all sorts of different, ailments kind of led me there. And it's been a tough road, but it's been a very rewarding one thus far, and I hope it continues to be that way.
Without a doubt. Vinny Brim doing special things on the field, off the field. Thanks for spending some time with us here at halftime, and the very best moving forward.
Yes, thank you.
More
One.
Back at Robbie Stadium, where the Warriors, with 2 touchdowns on their final 2 possessions of the first half, have a 24-14 deficit facing them. But considering how that thing was looking, Coach, at 24-0, with 1:50 to go, both scores coming in the final 2 minutes, boy, the complexion really changed there.
I find that so impressive. As we were talking off air, when you're down 24-zip, you have only 2 ways to go. You can absolutely kind of give up, pretend like you're fighting for it, or you can battle and go on to the next play. And our guys, man, what an attitude they had. They battled hard. They had a very nice scoring touchdown drive, basically, with the 1:50 left. And then they made something special happen on that last Hail Mary play. And like Coach Tresky talks about, you practice those things all the time in practice. But you don't get to use them all that often, and B, frankly, they don't work all that often. But it just was excellent.
The numbers, some of the notable numbers in that first half, Aurora 45 plays to the Warriors 29. Aurora 288 yards total, 177 through the air, 111 on the ground. They were near 100 yards at the end of the first quarter. It was really a different complexion there in that second quarter as they went to the air more. 159 for the Warriors, 154 through the air, including 47 on the Hail Mary that went for 6 at the very end. Warriors have rushed 10 times for 5 yards in that first half. The Aurora run defense has been spectacular. Kohler and Hygis have had virtually nothing to exploit.
No, they haven't. But I applaud Eric, Coach Tresky, for continuing to put the ball in the run game for a while. If he abandons that, if he just goes straight to the pass, they're going to change defensively what they're doing in the secondary and so on, and not have to worry about the run. And all of a sudden, it makes the passing game a lot harder. So I'm glad he's persisting in that, but they've got to get something going so that they can, get those 4-yard, 5-yard, 8-yard gains on the runs every once in a while.
For the Warriors, Bryce Barbian goes 12 out of 19, 154, 2 touchdowns. He has been sacked twice. Mentioned Hygis, 13 yards is their leading rusher. Emmett Hawkins, thanks to that big catch there at the very end, 6 receptions, 93 yards on the score. Keith Johnson, 1 catch and a touchdown for the veteran tight end. Tyler Atkins, the standout sophomore, reigning offensive player of the week, 12 out of 25, 177, 3 touchdowns and an interception. You've laid eyes on Tyler Atkins for the first time. Impressive.
Oh, so impressive. And he is everything that he was billed to be. He's a good thrower. He's not, he's not just getting the ball there. He throws the ball very well, but he's extremely evasive. I mean, he just does a great job. He's going to have a great career for how young he is. Yeah. He's going to have a great career.
Yep, he has been as advertised in a lot of ways. Erweiler, their leading receiver, 5 catches for 85 and a score. Tavion Jeans, 6 carries for 45 yards, is their leading rusher. You made an interesting point there, Coach, before we came back. 3rd down conversions, neither team much to brag about. Aurora 2 out of 7 and the Warriors 1 out of 7.
Right, yeah, no, those are, to be honest with you, normally losing statistics. You need to, I think most football teams shoot for 40%. And if they are in excess of that, I think a lot of good things are going on offensively. But, 1 out of 7 is not where you want to be, and 2 out of 7 is not where you want to be.
You mentioned that both the Warriors and Aurora are at the top of the league. We'll come back. We'll take a look at some other scores on this Saturday in the NAC. Back with that. You're watching Warriors football.
The world is changing in powerful ways. You deserve an education that helps you meet the moment. Wisconsin Lutheran College. An academic and faith experience embedded in a close-knit community that activates your potential. Preparing you for life's critical moments so you can step into your unique purpose as a bold Christian leader. Take the first step at wlc.edu/purpose. Wisconsin Lutheran College. academic excellence, real-world experience, Christian values. Discover your purpose. wlc.edu/purpose.
You're watching Warriors football live from Robbie Stadium on WLCSports.com.
Imagine yourself here. Imagine making a meaningful difference as a bold Christian leader. Imagine finding yourself and your purpose here, where professors know your name and care about how you're doing. Close to the downtown and the energy of a major city, in a quiet and safe neighborhood. Imagine your greatest adventure starting here at Wisconsin Lutheran College.
Okay. Well, as still have a couple moments left here at halftime. 24-14, Aurora, 20th ranked, leading the Warriors. A couple other games going on right now. With about 3 minutes to go at St. Norbert. It is
too much sky,
the
Dave.
Knights,
Way
the
too
Green
much
Knights,
sky.
28-10, leading Concordia, Wisconsin. St. Norbert is 1-1 in the league, and CUW is 1-0, and looks like CUW is about to get tagged with their first loss. And then it's late first half at Lakeland with Benedictine trailing at Lakeland 28-14.
Those are both interesting scores. And again, it's early in the year, so it's hard. You can't. All you're doing is probably making historical guesses at how things should be. But you know, the Benedictine Lakeland game, that's a very emotional game. There's a lot of feelings between those two teams over the years. And so I can imagine what's going on up there, and that's, you know, based on the fact how we handled Lakeland last week, that's an interesting score. It'll be able to see if that holds. And then St. Norbert's, you know, haven't played, doesn't seem like very well yet this year, and yet to do what they're doing to Concordia at this point, that's pretty impressive as well.
You saw the quarterback tandem of Bryce Barbie and Nate Griffith warming up here along the near sidelines. We should mention that tonight you have Concordia, Chicago visiting Eureka. Rockford is on the bye this Saturday. Warriors will have their bye next weekend, and then it's two straight road games for the green and white. They won't be back here at Robbie Stadium until first weekend of November. Aurora will return to Wisconsin next Saturday. A little further north, they'll be in Mequon to take on CUW themselves. So that is the scores here on this Saturday and the schedule ahead for both of these teams. Looks like Wayne Chevy is down there. Let's check in with the good Reverend Wayne.
Thanks, Scott. I just came out of halftime talking to Coach Beebe. I said, what'd you like? He said, nothing. Our special teams is struggling. Defensively, he liked everything for about 4 plays. Obviously, he had the turnover, had the long touchdown at the end. But he's concerned about the emotion that WLC has now as they're stepping in and what's going to happen as WLC starts feeling themselves a little bit, having that confidence, and what's going to happen. He goes, this game's going to be won on emotion.
It's a great point, and Aurora certainly held that emotional variable in their favor for about, I don't know, maybe 28 minutes or so, would you say? But the last 2 minutes, it swung quickly, and the Warriors have it. Keep in mind, the Spartans will be getting the first kickoff of the second half.
You know, and Aurora's in this position. They've won 40 in a row. They are used to everybody giving them their best shot all the time, because everybody goes in thinking, boy, if we could be the team to knock them off, or if we could do this against Aurora. And I think Aurora sometimes, you know, at least body language-wise, doesn't look like they play with a lot of emotion. They just go out and play. But my sense would be, especially with Coach Beebe giving that kind of response to Chev that they may come out pretty juiced up this third quarter. I think the key for us is to weather the storm, to weather the storm as this second half unfolds.
Warriors riding a 3-game winning streak. Last week it was a big victory. They hung on at Lakeland to win at Taylor Field for the first time ever. And today, trying to do something again for the first time ever, knock off a ranked opponent.
And they've chosen to take the wind in the third quarter. WLC has.
I've got no clock cam second half, so you got to do the clock a lot.
Amaya Overchuk will do the kickoffs for the Warriors. Ball is blown off the tee as to demonstrate just how windy it really is
Kickoff,
here.
James, where you at?
2 men back, including TJ Ramsey on the near side.
Come on, dude. I can't
24-0 with 150 to go in the first half. 24-14 at halftime. The Warriors striking twice quickly. It'll be Ramsey off his hand. Momentum takes him into the end zone, and now he's going to bring it out. And Ramsey to the 10, and Ramsey to the 13-yard line. That was rather dangerous. Lucky to get 13 yards on the return, as it were. And Aurora will set up. Noah Salas, special teams tackle for Wisconsin Lutheran College in the opening moments of this third quarter now. And Aurora, again, if you join us late, sophomore quarterback Tyler Atkins in the first half, 12 for 25, 177 yards, 3 touchdowns, now with 16 on the season.
Couldn't have started better for us, actually, starting on that field position.
Zachary Russell, 38 yards on the ground in the first half, gets the first carry of the second half, and a strong run for Russell. He squirts his way near the first down marker. He'll be given the first down. It looks like the official is moving the chains. That was an impressive run, a gain of 10, stopped on the play by Savant Goodwin.
Yeah, I think 9 guys got a hand on him before he finally went down.
From the 24, this time Atkins elects to keep it. Oh, he fooled the defense, but he fumbles the football. It's picked up by the Warriors' Connor Martin. And Wisconsin Lutheran has their second takeaway of the day as Connor Martin comes up with the fumble of the quarterback, Tyler Atkins, and the Warriors will take over in Spartans territory.
Again, what a great way to start the third quarter. Connor Martin, he's had his hands on the ball far more than a defensive player normally does, and he's done a great job today.
What a day for Martin. 2 takeaways from the defense. They had their hands on 3 other possible interceptions. 1st and 10 for Bryce Barbian and company. Starting at the 45, they have scored 14 straight points after Aurora led 24-zip. Carson Kohler, freshman running back, gets the start of the second half, and he's spun down for a loss of 1. The Warriors' running game has been stymied today by Aurora in that first half. 10 carries, 5 yards.
Yeah, they're just very consistent up front. They're doing a good job, and he tried to bend it outside a little bit, but there was a lot of penetration on the right side of the offensive line, and he just had nowhere that he could really go on that.
Jalen Jordan made the stop. That's the first carry of the day for Carson Kohler. We've seen him in the return game, but the first official carry for Carson, he's sent in motion. Barbian looks right, now dancing, now steps up. Hit at the 45 and driven back. He actually gained a yard back to the original line of scrimmage.
That's a really
Ty Hop, the
weird
junior
angle
linebacker from Montgomery, Illinois, tackled the Warriors QB. It'll be 3rd down and 10 at the 45.
Yeah, they're
too close to
Aurora is making penetration pretty quickly, where he's got to move his feet off his space way quicker than he wants to.
Warriors 1 out of 7 on 3rd downs in the first half.
Get the whole offense and
3rd and 10 from the 45.
See the whole thing.
Barbian
there you go.
Has protection, has time, throwing near side, and he overshot Emmett Hawkins. Penalty flag comes in. Quintarius Davis on the coverage.
That
Dave,
was a
get
good
about
call.
3 yards in front of the
He
line
was
of
definitely
scrimmage,
there
past
early.
the line of scrimmage.
I think Emmett got to calm down just a little bit with his exuberance on the call.
15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That is a big one. It was a 3rd and 10 incomplete pass. Just the second penalty against Aurora officially in this game, and it gives the Warriors a 1st and 10 at the 30. 12:47 left in the 3rd quarter.
Got to make something happen here.
Kohler in at running back. Matt Korb, the tight end, goes in motion. Toss near side, Gordon in space, and he's hit immediately on the play by Romello Law.
Yeah, we completely whiffed on the block. You know how they're coached is they're coached to block the most dangerous defender, so not necessarily any specific person. And I think the decision was made to block that guy, and it probably should have been the other guy.
Approach 12 minutes to go in the 3rd. Warriors with a cluster of 4 wide receivers to the right, to the top of your screen. And they keep it in the gut of Carson Kohler, and he goes nowhere. Once again for Aurora, it's Jalen Jordan, the first-team defensive lineman, wrapped him up at the waist and dragged him to the turf, a loss of a couple. Another 3rd and long upcoming.
And their RPO may be set up in such a way when they have the 4 quads out there that they're just reading numbers to make a decision. Are we handing it off or are we going outside? And, you know, again, they're very stout on the run. They're just not getting any space at all to do anything.
3rd down and 12 for the Warriors. A big pass interference penalty against AU a couple of moments ago gave them a 1st down. Barbian spins out of the sack attempt and goes deep, and nobody there. Incomplete in the end zone. The pressure was coming on the play by Joseph Houlihan.
So this is based on watching warm-ups in a no. Yep, they're going for it. Good. I mean, going for a field goal.
They're bringing in Ortega.
Yep.
Well, go ahead, finish that thought.
No, I mean during warm-ups he was hitting 53-yard field goals. So. This is in his range.
This is a 49-yard field goal for Arnulfo Ortega.
This would be a WLC record, I believe.
It would be a personal best, that's for sure. 49-yarder. Chevy the snap. Hidalgo puts it down. Ortega's kick is going to come up just short. And the Warriors are turned aside on an opportunity to score after a takeaway. Let's take a quick timeout as Aurora will take over. 24-14, AU has the lead.
The world is changing in powerful ways. You deserve an education that helps you meet the moment. Wisconsin Lutheran College. An academic and faith experience embedded in a close-knit community that activates your potential. Preparing you for life's critical moments so you can step into your unique purpose as a bold Christian leader. Take the first step at wlc.edu/purpose.
Russell gets the carry for the 1st down run. Spartans, you can feel a little bit of juice just come out of the crowd. Warriors with that takeaway, a 49-yarder with the wind, and Ortega left it a little short. Gonna need to reestablish things here defensively. 2nd down and 4. And again, they put it in the gut of Zachary Russell, and he pushes his way near the 1st down marker, and they'll move the chains. He needed the 42, and he got it. Gain of 4.
He is a very physical runner. I mean, he runs with strength. I mean, he's a big kid, 6 foot 215, and he uses all of it.
10:24, clock runs here in the 3rd. Now the clock is stopped. Looks like there's an injured lineman. Yep, injury timeout here. It's Christian Providence, the junior offensive lineman from Florida. And he'll have to be helped up off the Warrior Robbie Stadium turf here. And an injury timeout. Steve Donovan in the defense, huddled up right there. 2 takeaways for Dono's crew today.
Yeah, he's got to be very happy about that. And they're giving themselves opportunities.
Clock runs again. We approach 10 to go in the third. 24-14 Aurora. Atkins, Russell around the edge, broke one tackle, still fighting. Man, he is a load to bring down.
Yeah, he is. He turned a 2 or 3 yard loss into a 3 or 4 yard gain.
Broke the tackle of Nevad, and Smarzinski brought him down for the Warriors. 2nd and 7. Aurora has rushed for over 150 yards this afternoon. And they'll keep it on the ground to the 48. That time the ball carrier was Tavion Jeans. Jeans led them in rushing in that first half with 45 net yards. Nevad the tackle.
It almost feels like Coach Beebe has got a 1st and 3rd down game plan and a 2nd and 4th quarter game plan.
Crowd stomping their feet in the bleachers. The handoff to Jeans. He's hit at the line. He goes down well short of the first. He got to the midfield stripe with forward progress. Mitchell Smarzinski on the tackle. He's a couple of yards shy, and it looks like Beebe and company will go for it. 4th down and 2 from the 50-yard line.
I'm a little surprised.
They're 3 for 3 today on 4th down. Shotgun, handoff, straight ahead. Jeans breaking tackles and picking up a hard-earned 1st down for the Spartans. Malik Gordon, the Warrior tackler, as he carries it down near the 44. 6 yards. There was contact early, but he busted through it again.
That literally was straight down the freeway, straight down the middle of the defense.
1st and 10. Spartans at the 44 with 8:05 to go in the third. They lead it by 10, looking to reestablish themselves a little bit. Fake the handoff, toss down the seam, and it's incomplete. Looking there for tight end Robert Cooper.
Connor Martin did a nice job again being deep down there, making it a difficult throw.
And Brandon Ansick in the vicinity as well. There was bracket coverage. 2nd down and 10. 7:58 left in the third. Tyler Atkins tossed near side where Cole Jackson latches on. And then a rope down by Brightson Namutenda.
They kind of did to us what we had done to them earlier. We were playing pretty off coverage there, and they just took advantage of that.
Pickup of 10.
You can see here how wide the receiver on the left is. I mean, he's out on his own territory.
Take the handoff to Jeans. Meanwhile, Tyler Atkins nearly loses his jersey. Nathan Nevad with his fingernails hanging on to the undershirt, which is now pulled almost to the back of his knees. My goodness,
yeah.
You see that so often now in football. Guys hanging on to this extra stretchy undergarments.
Strength training. You got to strengthen those hands. That's a nice job.
Loss of 1. Give Nevad a sack. 6:50 and the clock runs third quarter. 24-14. Russell back in there, and another hard run inside the 30 to the 29. He's got 6, and Chris Korb, the linebacker.
Yeah, he is just some physical back. Because we're making early contact with him. They're not, we're not vacating spots. We're making early contact, but they are just physical.
We don't have the stat, but yards after contact in this game, heavily favoring Aurora.
My, it really is.
3rd down and 5 from the 29. Defense looking to dig in once again. And once again, it's Russell with a huge hole. Spun his way to the 20-yard line. A gain of 9. They'll move the chains. Connor Martin came up to hit him.
Yeah, it was a nice play. And those are you know, when you see a kid that big running at you and you're coming from 12 yards deep in the backfield, it takes some moxie to come up and make that play. So Connor did a nice job on that.
They're averaging nearly 6 yards per carry today. Russell will add to that average near the 10. Stopped at the 11 on a gain of 9. And Korb another linebacker tackle.
You're hoping for a turnover or something down here because they've got it rolling a little bit here.
And the Warriors have forced a couple turnovers and come close on 3 other occasions, actually. 2nd down and 1 from the 11-yard line. 5:10 and the clock runs. Aurora on the drive to the south end zone. Stretch play to Jeans. Now he checks himself up, reverses course. Fortunately so, spinning his way near the goal line, and Jeans is in for a hard-earned 11-yard touchdown run, and Aurora leads 30-14.
And those are the kind of plays that, you know, just drive you nuts. When you watch it on film, you look at all the opportunities you had to not only make a tackle, but make a tackle for loss. And then he just keeps his legs churning, and we don't wrap up, and he gets himself in the end zone.
Winslow is on to attempt the point after. That's the first score on the ground today for Aurora.
Looked like he just snuck that through the left upright.
4:56 to go here in the third, and Aurora leads 31-14. We'll take a break.
The world is changing in powerful ways. You deserve an education that helps you meet the moment. Wisconsin Lutheran College. An academic and faith experience embedded in a close-knit community that activates your potential. Preparing you for life's critical moments so you can step into your unique purpose as a bold Christian leader. Take the first step at wlc.edu/purpose.
A 6-play drive for Aurora capped off by the hard-earned touchdown that time of Tavion Jeans, the senior from Chicago. 3 touchdown passes by Tyler Atkins, and now a Tavion Jeans 11-yard touchdown run. A field goal in there in the first half as well. 31-14.
You know, they're playing with 2 senior backs in Russell and Jeans, and we're playing with 2 freshman backs, and they've got a good combination going themselves.
Speaking of the freshman backs, this is Carson Kohler at the 11 on the return game. He's been best used and has had the most yardage in the return game today, certainly up to the 25, a return of about 14 yards. Joey Reisenberg, the special teamer for the AU Spartans on the stop.
Seth Voller, 47 for us, did just a great job at avoiding a penalty on that play. Just as he was getting ready to block his man, he turned on him. And had he done anything in the back, it would have been an easy call. And he just did a nice job laying off on that and giving us reasonable field position.
So it's a 17-point lead again for the Spartans of Aurora. 31-14 with 4 minutes and 51 seconds left in the third. They empty the backfield, and Barbian, quick toss to the right flat. And the catch is made. I think that was Carson Kohler out there, and he gets up near the 30-yard line, close to 5. Oh, beg your pardon, it was Hygis. Liam Hygis out there to make the catch. Houlihan on the stop.
They had man on that time. There weren't any seams to get through.
They'll go with a quad formation to the left, to the bottom of the screen. Hygis and Mears, Amack, and Gordon. And it was deflected behind the line of scrimmage, and now the officials rule it dead. Man, the tip coming from J.P. Cheney. It's the second time in this game, as memory serves, he's had his hands on a Bryce Barbian ball.
There's really no way to stop him from getting upfield because they got everybody out of the backfield. So it's kind of, you get what you get. You got to get the ball delivered before he gets there.
31-14, 4:11 here in the third. Hygis moves to the right hip of Bryce Barbian. Mears in the slot on the left side. Now Amac goes in motion. Barbian overshot his man near side at the numbers. Drew Mears in the vicinity. Fourth down for the Warriors, 4th and 6, and on comes the punting unit. Mears will stay out there. He's the punter.
You got a little sense of Bryce's frustration there a little bit. He wants to put the ball exactly where it needs to be, and he's getting pressure, and it's just frustrating for him. He's got to make sure he just kind of dials in and gets on to the next play.
Gonzalez and Carter are back, and Mears gets it away. From the 30, Gonzalez met at the 41. 3:55 left here in this third quarter. Noah Salas, a special teams shove out for the Warriors special teams.
And again, I think Drew is doing a nice job with the punting. We moved the ball a little bit in terms of field position there, but we need a defensive stop.
Adkins back out there along with his offense. 13 out of 27. Reigning conference's offensive player of the week. 3 touchdowns. He has been intercepted once. Russell to his right. Gets the carry straight ahead for a gain of about 6.
I know we're kind of beating the same drum, but man, they keep their feet moving and they're just leaning forward all the time. Every time they're being tackled, they're not being tackled backwards. They're leaning forward and getting an extra yard or so.
Russell averaging 58 yards on the ground per game this year. He's got about 89, close to 90 now in this one. 3:22 and the clock continues to churn. And so does Zachary Russell to midfield. A couple yards shy of the first down marker. Gabe Cole sliding over, the freshman defensive lineman, the tackle.
That was a little better effort right there in terms of just getting him down upon first contact.
Marzinski checks in on this play for the Warrior defense. Davian Towns comes sprinting out. 3rd down and 2 with 2:55 left in the third quarter. And Atkins into the belly of Russell, sidesteps a couple of tackle attempts and is able to slide his way to the 48 and pick up the 2 yards necessary. That was a quick first step. We haven't seen a lot of quickness right away, Coach. It's been a lot of hard yards for Russell. That time he was a little elusive in that jump cut.
Yes, he was. And that was a little bit of a different offensive look. That was a little bit of a counter play where they had the backside wingman kicking out. So that was a little different look on it. We actually played that pretty well, but he had good quick feet on that play.
Savon Goodwin a little bit banged up. He's going to walk off under his own power, kind of flexing his left arm and left shoulder or so as he walks off to the near sideline.
He's been such a steady ball player. The sooner we can get him back in there, the better off we are.
2:36 remaining here in the third. This third quarter has been controlled by the Aurora Spartans so far. They've added one score, 31-14. It was 24-14 at the break. Cooper goes in motion. And the handoff is to Jeans, straight ahead, huge hole, first down and more. Russell and Jeans. That pile is still moving to the 27-yard line.
And there's a lot of eye candy on that last play. You get the backside wing resetting to the left. You get the slot on the left motioning to the right, and you just simply hand a dive handoff to the back.
They put the football down at the 28-yard line. First down and 10. 1:40, clock rolls. Take the handoff, beautifully done. And he connects with Pruitt to the 5. Xavion Allen saved the touchdown.
quarterback did a great job on the run fake on that play. It looked like we might even get in and have a sack or hit him, but it was such a good fake that the defender that was closing in kind of veered off a little bit towards the running back and gave the quarterback ample time to throw.
First team All-NAC honoree last year, Ty Pruitt, just his second catch of this game. Speaks to the weaponry that they have at their disposal. With a minute to go in the third, Atkins looks to throw. Back line of the end zone where it is caught for another Aurora Spartans touchdown. They have owned this third quarter to their credit. Connor Bright, a senior wide receiver, makes that catch. That is the first time we've called his name today, and it's in touchdown form.
Again, 2 off the top, and I apparently somebody just kind of got caught in the wash because there was not anyone around him anywhere.
Winslow on for the PAT. But it was 24-14. Warriors forced a turnover by Aurora on Aurora's first possession of the third quarter. Took over in plus territory, couldn't capitalize, and since then the Spartans have put up 14 and have re-extended to lead 38-14 here at Robbie Stadium as we step aside. 55 seconds remaining in the third quarter. You're watching Warriors football.
You're watching Warriors football live from Robbie Stadium on WLCSports.com.
So with under a minute to go here in the third, 55 seconds to be exact, the Warriors will be out there trailing this thing by 24. Remember, it was a 24-0 Aurora start. Warriors get 2 scores in the final 2 minutes of the first half. Aurora now has owned this third quarter. You were commenting during the break how fast this quarter has gone as Aurora has really grinded out their 2 touchdown scoring drives. And this is a short kick into the wind. Remember, Kohler trying to chase it, and he will before he's met and scampers out near the 16-yard line. Braylon Peacock, I didn't know if I'd say his name today. We get to say it right there. We'll get credit to usher out the return man. 53 seconds in the corner, and the Warriors will have it inside the 20.
And there's really not a lot Kohler could have done for that. He was deep, a little deep to receive the kickoff in the air, and when it started rolling, all he had to do is make sure they didn't get it, so he ran it out of bounds with them.
Warriors' leading rusher today is Liam Hygis, 13 net yards. He's in there right now. This is Liam.
Nice physical run. Nice physical run, straight up the chute.
Hygis' long today was 11, has been 11. Clock runs, 33 seconds left. Here, third quarter. Aurora trying to win a 41st consecutive conference game. Low snap in the turf, and Barbian went down to a knee to cover it up. In the waning moments of the third, and you're down 24 points, those are the little things that can't happen.
No, you lose the yardage you gained on the first down play. They're going to let the clock run out, it looks like.
They will. To the fourth quarter we go here at Robbie Stadium with the 20th ranked Aurora Spartans leading the Warriors 38-14. We'll step aside. You're watching Warriors football.
You're watching Warriors football live from Robbie Stadium on WLCSports.com.
The world is changing in powerful ways. You deserve an education that helps you meet the moment. Wisconsin Lutheran College. An academic and faith experience embedded in a close-knit community that activates your potential. preparing you for life's critical moments so you can step into your unique purpose as a bold Christian leader. Take the first step at wlc.edu/purpose.
So the fourth quarter is about to begin here at Robbie Stadium. Warriors have work to do. Down 38-14. Third down and 9. It starts with a third down conversion here on the first play of the fourth. From the 17, Barbian looks near side and coming back. I think that was Gordon. Nope, beg your pardon. He was looking for Hawkins, 19. Along the near side and couldn't find him. Quindarius Davis has made Emmett Hawkins' day kind of tough. Of course, Emmett did have that Hail Mary catch at the end of the first half.
Yeah, he's a good corner. I mean, he came in with some cred coming into the game, but he's lived up to that. He's a nice player.
2 interceptions that went for touchdown returns for Davis. So a punt. Mears has been busy today. This will be his 7th punt of the game. Tight spiral, but the wind doesn't help. And the catch is made by Gonzalez in traffic. That was a bit of a risky gamble for Steven Gonzalez. 49-yard line. Aurora will start in plus territory as Seth Voller, the senior special teams tackle.
Again, that was a very good punt with what we're dealing with in terms of the wind. He did a nice job on it. He kept it kind of low, got a nice spiral on it, was able to cut through the wind.
How do you think the wind has played? Has it been as big a factor maybe as we talked about earlier?
I don't think so. I think a couple of times on some wide throws to the side, it looks like it pushed the ball a little bit, but no, it hasn't played much of a factor.
Atkins with 215 yards through the air. Russell, however, on the ground.
Ansack did a great job at just finishing that tackle. Savon got his hands on him, and he was starting to spin and get those extra yards like he has today. And Ansack came up and just really finished it off. That was a good-looking play.
Russell closing in on the century mark in rushing yards today. 2nd down and 7 for the Spartans offense. Atkins with time. In traffic, intercepted. Picked off Xavion Allen. Down the near sidelines and pushed out of bounds in Spartans territory. Inside the 45, Xavion Allen, the 3rd takeaway by this Warriors defense today.
That was tip drill to perfection. Tip drill to perfection. The ball was deflected. He's coming up to make a tackle. Quick reflexes, gets his hands up, takes it back. What a momentum changer.
First INT of the season for the senior from Texas, Xavion Allen. Honorable mention all-conference last year.
So that's a fun play, and you can see the juice on the sidelines with the defense now. That helped them.
And there's a new quarterback. Griffith is in there for the Warriors. And this first snap for Nate Griffith will be disallowed.
Offense for 76. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So it's Griffith, who the last time we were together in that win over Eureka we saw late in the 4th.
Yep. And he's a proven quarterback as well. He's had a lot of game experience, and he's a good player. We're in a good position with our 2 quarterbacks.
6'3", 200-pound junior from Brighton, Colorado. And he'll toss to the far side, finds Gordon. Jumps out of a tackle attempt and gets near the 45, 44 or so. Ty Hop on the stop.
That might have been the best job we've done on the perimeter blocking on that screenplay today. We had a lot of time to get something going on that play.
Remember the penalty, so it's 2nd down and 12 despite that Gordon gain. Here's Hygis bouncing it right side. Biggest play of the day for Liam Hygis to the 30. It's a pickup of 15. Haven't had holes like that to run through too often today. Jeremy Thomas on the stop, the sophomore.
And again, it's just great to see our guys battle as hard as they are right now. That was a determined run.
It officially goes for a gain of 14. 1st and 10 at the 31. And Griffith toss a little high and off the hand of Gordon.
That looked close to a lateral as well.
13:03, clock stopped here, 4th quarter. Warriors on the move, need points quickly. Griffith and company out there, and he'll move Hygis to his right. Cripps to the right. Liam, left side of the line. Spins to the 29 for a short gain of a couple, and Jalen Jordan another stop. All conference defensive linemen.
And from our vantage point here, you could see that there were some creases, some gaps to maybe get through there.
12:40, and Griffith here in the 4th in relief of Barbian. Barbian is standing on the sidelines with his helmet on.
There he is, yep.
So it's not as if there's at least an injury that we can tell of some sort. Tough to tell, but it's not as if he's being tended to by the trainer or anything at the moment. Griffith looks right, throws right, and it's incomplete. A little short of Hawkins. There were a handful of Spartans in the vicinity.
Sometimes, excuse me, Scott, sometimes when you're out there battling like Bryce was all day and the frustration gets to you a little bit, sometimes it's just nice to be able to watch from the sideline a little bit and calm yourself down.
4th down, let's go down to Wayne Chevy.
Checked in with the
ball game, and there's been a lot of heavy hits, and so it's really just a precautionary type of thing. Coach's decision.
Pass incomplete on 4th down. Thanks for that, Wayne. That clarifies exactly what we were just talking about, the Bryce Barbian situation. Give Griffith an opportunity there. That time they couldn't connect, and the Warriors turn it over on downs.
It's a nice possession, though. We did some pretty good things with that. We moved it down a little bit, and you could see a little momentum switch there for a while. Now the defense has got to go back to work and keep it leaning our direction.
With 12:10 to go, and for the Spartans, that is still Tyler Atkins, the starting quarterback, sophomore from Martinsville, Indiana. Low snap, has to pick it up, and then he'll do what he can to gain positive yardage.
The same position on the field where our low snap was. I don't know if there's a sinkhole out there or what that is, but same problem.
You should mention that Savon Goodwin made that tackle left earlier in this half with some sort of arm or shoulder discomfort, so it's good to see
it is.
The veteran Goodwin back on the field. This time the handoff goes to Tavion Jeans, and again finding creases and then pushing his way, this time short of the 1st down sticks.
I was a little anxious that he was going to pop out the back end there and just keep running.
They're up by 24. They have the ball with a little over 11 to go in the 4th. You'd be surprised if they put it in the air?
No. No.
3rd and 1. And they will indeed throw here on 3rd and short. And that's through it. Inside the 30-yard line of the Warriors. Xavion Allen in coverage, beg your pardon. It's Trey Erweiler, not Pruitt. Erweiler on the catch to the 30-yard line, 32-yard pickup.
Coach Beebe is a throw-in football coach. It's what he likes to do. It's his bread and butter, and he's going to throw no matter what, I think.
1st and 10 for the Spartans. Again, they average 44 points per game in their 4 matchups coming in here in 2024, and penalty flags will stop this. It'll go against the Spartans.
Offense, number 65, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Mentioned that the Warriors next week, bye week, and then it's a couple of road tests for Wisconsin Lutheran.
And this bye is just perfect for them. I mean, it's literally mid-season. They've played 5. They got 5 left. It's a chance to get healthy a little bit. And
Jeans with room to work and still on his feet. My goodness, this running attack for Aurora today has been spectacular. Russell and Jeans have been as dynamic as any 2 running backs the Warriors have faced all season long.
Yep, no doubt about that. And you can be assured that Coach Donovan will spend time on some tackling drills and wrapping up and things during this bye week.
Warriors will be at Benedictine on the 19th, at Concordia Chicago on the 26th before they're home on November 2nd. It'll be a while before we see them again. Here's a little toss out of the backfield. This is Russell, and he's wrapped up for a loss of about a half yard or so. Layson handwork on an ankle tackle.
He did a great job, and Kaysen McFadden did a great job as well, kind of turning it back inside and giving that opportunity to Layson.
Second down and 11 after the loss of 1. There have not been a lot of negative plays for Aurora. Layson handwork made sure there was one right there. Atkins looking end zone, looking Erweiler, got him. Another touchdown for the stellar sophomore Tyler Atkins.
It looked like just a nice little post corner route. You know, he came in and he made a hard first step or 2 to the post, and the DB kind of shifted with them and probably overshifted him, and then he got to the corner and had a pretty good opening.
Through 6 touchdowns last week against Concordia Chicago, Atkins has 5 touchdown passes here today at Robbie Stadium. 45-14, 21 unanswered. It's been a streaky scoring game. Aurora 24 to start the game. Warriors, bang, bang, 14 quick ones. And now second half has been all AU.
Yep. Again, based a little bit on Rev Shev's interview with Beebe, my sense is that he had those guys jacked up to come out and take control of the third quarter, and they clearly have. I mean, you know, into the fourth quarter now.
And keep in mind, I said this before, but Aurora turned it over on their first possession of the third quarter.
Yeah, exactly.
Warriors had it plus territory, and still, even with that emotional moment, AU has been able to maintain.
They did, and we got another great pick, turned it over and brought it into our territory, but we just haven't been able to capitalize on it. And Aurora, to their credit, they play with confidence. They don't get too worked up about things.
Yeah, there have been 3 turnovers, 2 picks, 2 interceptions, and a fumble, all 3 by Atkins as Kohler lets this one roll into and out of the back of the end zone. And so the Warriors will have it here. You know, we were talking about the schedule and whatnot, a couple of scores. How about St. Norbert at home knocking off CUW 28-10? It had been a struggle offensively for the Green Knights so far this year.
Really a nice win for them.
No struggle there at home against CUW. That's the first loss now for the Falcons in the league, by the way. Eureka at home tonight. How about Lakeland 42-21? They're in the fourth at home, leading Benedictine.
Wow. Surprised at that one.
Nate Griffith, second series. And in the backfield, we see a new tailback, Tywin McKinney. And it'll be McKinney who dances way for a nice gain on his first touch out near the 32-yard line on a pickup of 7. The sophomore from Milwaukee, stopped by Ty Hopp. We've talked about McKinney in the non-conference schedule and against Eureka too. If you like Hygis and you like Kohler, and we do very much, they're very high on McKinney as a third option.
He is a nice player, and that was a hard physical run.
8:20 left in the fourth. Aurora has reestablished control of this game, 45-14. Griffith will send Amack in motion. Now he'll toss. It's Hidalgo coming back to make the catch, and now forges way upfield, close to the first down.
We had a hard time getting our hands on that block. The very widest perimeter player. We just didn't get a good block on it, and that kind of forced him back inside into traffic.
Stopped about a yard shy of the first down. Warriors 3rd and 1.
Oh, boy.
Oh, goodness.
Offense, number 73, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
I'm sorry, Coach. I was just saying they're only 1 out of 11.
Yeah.
1 third down conversion a day, and that doesn't help.
No, it doesn't. And I don't know if it's a cadence issue. You know, when you get a new quarterback in there, they sound different, and their cadence is different.
Nate Griffith looking Drew Mears' way, coming back and making the catch. He got the penalty yardage back. That much we know for sure. Quintarius Davis pushed him out.
Short.
Well,
are they giving it to us?
It was a delayed marking, but they're going to give him a first
great.
down.
Great. Good deal.
McKinney on the carry. Tywin McKinney straight ahead. Undercut at the 40. He picked up 5. Ty Hop, another hit. We've called his name a lot here in this fourth quarter.
I like how he's running. He's running hard.
And an injury timeout. And it is McKinney.
It is McKinney.
Who is down on the field for the Warriors. And so he will be tended to by the athletic training staff. We'll keep it right here with 6:49 to go in the fourth. 45-14 is our score. It's always interesting. You mentioned the bye week before, Coach, how, remember last year, it's kind of goofy the way the bye week happens.
Yeah.
Every team gets it, and last year the Warriors got it in the final week of the season.
Yeah,
so
we just ended our season early.
This year,
yeah,
they're fortunate as McKinney hobbles off. He's kind of holding his left side hip area or so.
Yeah.
This year, they get the fortune of having it come, like you said, right smack dab in the middle. How did you handle the bye week? Was there a time when you liked it more than another, other than the end of the year?
Yeah. You know, I always appreciated it. You know, I think the time you don't like it is when you're on a roll and you don't want to change anything up. If you're just going after things, it's like, let's not mess anything up here.
Wildcat formation and a direct snap to Liam Hygis. And he'll take it straight ahead and burrow his way for a first down. An 8-yard gain to the 48. Romello Law tackled Liam Hygis. They like that formation, and Hygis is a guy that you can use the Wildcat to success.
And he can throw a little bit, but what's so good about Hygis, and we've seen it in the first few games, he's got very good vision. And by being the quarterback, he's back a step or two more than he normally is as the running back. It just gives him that little extra space to see what's out there.
We approach 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. And again, with Hygis, who did do some quarterbacking in high school.
Oh, boy.
High snap, penalty flag comes in, and Hygis is stopped for next to no gain. And this will be against the offense. Coach Tresky, very frustrated, takes the headset off and is out near the numbers.
Offense.
Yeah.
2 players were in motion.
2 men in motion, and
5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
You can do that in Arena League, right?
yeah, I think you can. In Canada, you can be running towards the line of scrimmage if you want, but this ain't either one of those.
45-14. Amack jogs in motion to the far side. Griffith is back out there now.
Decline. Result of play. Second down.
Okay, so Don Beebe elects to decline the penalty. Drew Mattson, our referee today, informing us of that. Hygis in his traditional setup to the 49. Joseph Houlihan on the stop.
Every yard he's gained has been he's earned it. Every yard.
Tywin McKinney, who had been checked out by the trainers, sprints back to the sideline from the training table. That's a good sign. 3rd down and 9. We approach 5 to go in the fourth. Nate Griffith looks to throw. Now he'll tuck, he'll keep, lowers his shoulder, takes a hit as he enters Aurora territory, and another hit levied by Houlihan. Fourth down for the Warriors.
Aurora really did a nice job at covering that downfield, and Nate did a really nice job at recognizing that and not trying to force it, and then, you know, ran himself and got a few yards on it.
Warriors 1 out of 2 on fourth downs today. With 4:30 and the clock runs in the fourth, 45-14, Aurora in control. More than happy to see the Warriors keep this ball on the ground. But looking for a stop nonetheless. They bring some pressure and the throw is wide. It actually may have hit the back or deflect off one of the linemen, Vinnie Brim perhaps. He was looking for Hygis out of the backfield.
Yeah, he had a lot of pressure on that right side of the offensive line, and he just kind of got back a little bit, and then I think the ball may have hit him.
If it did, would that not be illegal touching?
Yeah, I guess.
But
yeah.
4:14, and the Warriors turn it over on downs. It is still Tyler Atkins with his team leading this thing.
And we have still our same defense in.
And it is still Zachary Russell, and he is still doing his thing. To the 40.
What's he up to now, I wonder?
Malik Gordon on the stop. He can tell you that, Coach. Russell has just crossed over the 100-yard mark. Jeans has 115, so a pair of 100-yard rushers today for the Spartans.
Well, we've seen that earlier in the year, our guys doing it.
3:45 remaining. And the clock runs until the 2-minute timeout. Handoff, TJ Ramsey, sophomore from Schaumburg, gets into the action a little bit. He'll pick up about 3, maybe 4 on the plate. First time that Ramsey has carried the ball today. Gain of a couple, we'll call it 2nd down and 8 for the Spartans. And the handoff goes to Sterling Williams Jr. as now Don Beebe gets a little deeper into his offensive backfield. Savon Goodwin on the stop for the Warriors.
You know, he's doing it kind of in a good, we got an injury here.
Officials timeout for an injured player.
Injured Warrior down on the turf. Go ahead, you can finish
Well,
that
yeah,
thought, Coach.
he's doing it in a good fashion, I think, because oftentimes you'll see teams make literally wholesale changes, so 11 new guys, and a lot of times when that happens, because you don't have some veterans out there kind of settling things down, it doesn't function nearly as well as you want it to. So I think keeping some of the starters in and just blending in the younger guys, the less experienced guys, that's probably a better way to do it.
The injured Warrior was Gabe Cole. Happy to report that he walked off under his own power. Frustrated, though, as he sits down on the bench. 3rd down and 7 for the Spartans with 2:55. Clock runs here in the 4th quarter. 2:55 away from their 41st straight conference win. They have claimed the title in this NAC each of the last 5 years. Williams Jr. again. The junior from Aurora, a hometown product, moves the chains. He gets near the 30-yard line. He picked up about 8. Brandon Ansick makes the stop for the black, I should say, for the green and white. And there's some black in there,
There's
too.
a little bit of
green,
black
and
in
white.
there.
There's some black trim.
Last week, we were all black up in Lakeland.
Is that what they did?
Yeah, full black uniform.
They have, what, 3, I think, right? White, green, and black?
White, green, black, and then they play around with the combinations of those 3. So, yeah.
Aurora's going to let the clock run to the 2-minute timeout. We'll take it with them. 2 minutes left here on this windy Saturday at Robbie Stadium, and Aurora has a 45-14 lead of the Warriors. As we pause, you're watching Warriors football.
You're watching Warriors football live from Robbie Stadium on WLCSports.com.
Final 2 minutes here on this Saturday of college football. Glad you could join us wherever and however you found us today. Williams Jr. on the carry. Well, it's almost, Coach, as if Don Beebe looked at the stats like we did. He saw Jeans, and then he got Russell his 100 and said, okay, guys, your day is done.
Yeah, maybe I can get this guy 100, but I don't think that's going to work out. So they've done a nice job in the run game. There's no question about it.
Second down and short. Second down and 2 or so from the 22-yard line. Atkins has taken every snap today for the Aurora Spartans. 5 touchdown passes, now 18 on the season. Williams Jr. again into the waiting arms of the Warrior tackler Connor Martin and Brandon Ansick. You find the arms of Martin or Ansick, and you're not probably going to do much after that.
They are sure tackles. They play with an edge. They're very good in the secondary. Got some new corners out there.
First down for Aurora.
One new corner. Oh, they're going to take a knee, it looks like.
Well, we mentioned the fact that it's a bye and then 2 road games, which means it'll be a while before we're all together again. It'll be the Warriors and St. Norbert. That will be the first Saturday of November. 1 o'clock start for the rivalry with the Green Knights. That'll be November the 2nd, our next broadcast, Coach.
And that could be a very good and meaningful game. We'll see what happens between now and then, but that could be shaping up that way.
Final seconds ticking off. Let's go down to the field. Wayne is with Eric Tresky.
I'm with Coach Tresky. Obviously, here in the second half, it slipped away a little bit. What do you take away from this game?
We just got to believe in ourselves. We made a lot of mental mistakes, and yeah, I'll be honest, I'm really frustrated. It's hard for me to not be frustrated because I know what our team's capable of, and I hate seeing us not play to the way we're capable. If they beat us straight up, if we do everything we're trying to do right, and they beat us straight up, hats off to them, but I hate the feeling that we gave them quite a few opportunities that we shouldn't have.
And now this halfway point of the season, got a bye. A lot of big games coming up after that. Yeah. What's the big picture looking forward?
We got to learn from this one. We're going to learn from this game, and you know, our big goal, our number one goal, we said we wanted to finish the season strong and have a chance to play an 11th game, and that goal can still be in front of us. So we have to learn a lot here in this bye week and play a good Benedictine team.
Thanks for your time, Coach. Have a good break. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you. And Coach Tresky certainly disappointed. There were a lot of good things his team did today, but not enough good things to knock off a really, really good Aurora Spartans team. 45-14 is the final score. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll give you some stats. We'll wrap things up and set up our next broadcast as we break. And back in a moment, Warriors football.
You're watching Warriors football live from Robbie Stadium on WLCSports.com.
Back at Robbie Stadium, it was Faith and Family Day today, and Eric Tresky talked this week about the great bond that he has with Don Beebe and how a lot of the values that Coach Tresky has instilled and continues to instill in his program are things that Coach Beebe is doing at Aurora as well. And a really cool scene there you see with Eric Tresky addressing his team and the Spartan squad. Tresky and Beebe are tight, and the programs have a lot of similarities, especially what they're doing off the field.
Well, they do, and what that scene down there demonstrates, it's a lot bigger than football. I mean, it's a lot bigger than tackling and throwing touchdowns and all that sort of stuff, and both of those coaches get it. You know, they coach their kids in a positive, upbeat, Christ-centered way, and I know if I had my son and I was trying to figure out where I wanted them to go and play football, I would try to find a coach like Coach Tresky or Coach Beebe.
So the Warriors head to the bye at 3-2 overall, 2-1 in the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference. Aurora 4-1 overall, now 3-0 in the NAC. They've won 41 consecutive conference games. Final thoughts heading into the bye, and then 2 road games at Benedictine and at CUC, Coach.
Well, number one, Aurora is a very, very good football team. They're clearly the best team that you and I have seen this year by a long ways. And, you know, I don't, as Eric alluded to in his post-game interview with Rev Chev, I don't think we played a stellar football game, but they're a very good football team, and we are a good football team as well. So I think we're going to get healthy during the bye week. We're going to look at this film, and we're going to figure out how we need to move forward. And then we've got everything ahead of us. With every team left on the schedule that I am certain our guys look at that and believe they can win those games. So I think the second half of this year is going to be a lot of fun.
Our next broadcast will come your way on Saturday, November 2nd. It'll be a 1 o'clock start as the Warriors welcome in St. Norbert here to Robbie Stadium. Our pregame show will start at 12:30. Hard to believe our next time together will be the first Saturday of November, but that's the way the schedule makers laid things out. As always, thanks to all of you for tuning in and finding us on your Saturday, however and wherever you found us. We always do appreciate it. Thanks to our great W7 Productions crew behind the scenes, our producer-director Gary Whipperman, James Whipperman, and Dave Beasley with his camera work down on the sidelines. For Wayne Chevy and the coach Dennis Miller, my name is Scott Warris saying good day from Robbie Stadium in Milwaukee. Once again, the final, it is Aurora 45 and the Warriors 14. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. You've been watching Wisconsin Lutheran College Warriors football.